Work offensively, yes, coming off the bench from the big spot, but Joe Varden was reporting that Durant will not play tonight after returning.
Pretty relaxed with that lineup, wouldn't you be?
Very much so.
They have been playing
active players for South Sudan, and the tap won by the United States.
So ball moving, going side to side. There's an Embiid here with a lift and a backhand. How pretty is that?
For LeBron James in the jam. Very much pace, space, and sharing. As Jones misfires and Curry has it. Outlet feed. Devin Booker with the adjustment. If anybody can end it, LeBron misfires. Embiid keeps it alive.
Nice find.
It is Holiday gliding in with the left hand.
How about the give?
Comes from Omat. James cuts. James flips off target. Tipped alive. And knocked out from underneath the point-per-game guy at the international level. Omat pulls up over the smaller Holiday and gets South Sudan. A quick trigger from Cole. And the long rebound to Holiday. A quick outlet feed from LeBron.
Too easy. Pretty impressive credentials, huh?
My goodness. We were floor off of misses thus far. Just 1 for 6 South Sudan. Booker floats it. Embiid taps it in.
How about that? Something going on the offensive end. He's an undersized 5-man. Again, getting down the floor.
I thought he missed it. He had to knock the position that he is in. He had options. Could have played for multiple countries. The bat. Embiid bangs through. It's an offensive foul drawn by Wenyen Gabriel, a veteran of 150. Double journeys with family as young children, as infants, sometimes as babies. Many of these players immigrated to Australia.
For example, sacrificing, contributing. How about him?
Then positioning by Cole, and it's off to Omat.
They're very good.
Push.
Showed some life, though. A little spirit.
It's Holiday in transition. Rebound, you mentioned it, trying to get him into the paint. This is a triple off the side of the backboard for Deng. Good effort by Deng. Deng. Spent time like many of these players in Australia. Connect. Deng the other way.
They've done a great job balancing the floor of the USA. As I say that,
they 7'2", grew up in the South Sudan, and making their first Olympics. Royale Ivy, the longtime NBA player, running this show now. Davis lost it, not Royale Ivy. So has been the head coach for South Sudan, taking over for Lou. Davis knocked it away momentarily. Good save by Malawach. Taken away by Davis. Outlet feed. Adebayo with the bam. For another United States assist. They have 6 of them on their 8 baskets, so a good rate going. Tough take with left-handed flow.
So you got to tug, get tight on him.
McCoy with the kick out. Another 3. There's one of them in Davis. Working on the future Blue Devil Malawach. Tough turnaround, a foul, and 2 shots coming. Being able to essentially double team on the interior.
And distribute, they're going to get a lot of nice looks because you just can't close out.
And the lay-in.
He can rag a guy. Look at Dave.
Team selection this year in the NBA. Adebayo's second foul in 60-plus games each of the last 2 years for Charlotte. Deep connection to this country, so very prideful for Jock. So do you see his aggressiveness against McCoy.
Nice challenge.
Forcing Deng to drive, and Deng is able to bank it home.
There's that jammed up D you mentioned.
Yeah, Edwards is looking for an alley. He'll step back for 3, and that will not count. At the start of the second, great sign there. Working on excellence is what in the first 2 contests.
They've kept Jones out of the lane. It's one of the few times he's gotten the touch.
Only 2 touches in the paint, and then he's able to kick it. So Halliburton is on Jones. It's a switch with the bigger Adebayo. The pull-up shot. Carlik Jones. VP a couple of years ago. Edwards, the slide-through.
Well, they're playing with some confidence. Good ball movement.
And a deep one from Omat.
Burton with a hustle play.
And Edwards way off target, and a foul on Carlik Jones is down by Halliburton. So now Tatum going to try to penetrate into the teeth of the defense, and he draws a foul.
Good.
And this the penultimate exhibition showcase game before the United States plays Germany.
Where they don't have an indoor gym that they could practice in. Such to make.
Carlik Jones got it to go.
And over Davis' corner. They are hustling. An extra look.
And Shayok misfires, and the rebound to South Sudan.
And you haven't left Chicago in your life.
Prepared next week, and Royale Ivy's done a really nice job these last 3 years. A.T. Thor worked himself into that young. Obviously, they played well with LaMelo Ball.
I'm sure they've brought a lot. This is where they're play.
That is Cole. Misses, but draws the foul.
Cole with a nice play on the offensive end. Kicking the ball. And early in the game,
high school in Australia. There's a large immigration.
Scraping, and look at this.
Carly Jones finding Shayok, who had to adjust as he stumbled a little. A 14-4 start in the second quarter for South Sudan.
Yeah, that brings a lot of energy. Jones gets to the rim.
And one for Carly. DC, and was a dynamite scorer.
He had double-doubles, 3 of them in the World Cup, too.
Huge scorer, huge assist guy. Embiid finally snaps the foot. It is James. LeBron has to kick it out. It's a mismatch with Embiid on the smaller, much smaller Jones.
Nice help press.
Very much
with
so.
South Sudan, obviously. Is that a foul? They're going to foul?
They'll say no foul. They'll let the physical play.
There's no lead is insurmountable, of course.
So Durant, there was some expectation that he would play during warm-ups, or during workouts, I should say, in June. And that had kept him out.
Getting beat down the floor for some open looks. Finding people off the bounce. Oh, they got a discard here.
Down 13, though. Group with Serbia, South Sudan, and Puerto Rico. They'll open up against Serbia.
Much about this club.
Embiid, and that mismatch inside, Majuk Deng will pick up the foul.
Yeah, that's what they have to do.
Yes. Embiid in the U.S., both teams, in fact, in the ball.
Really good job defensively because the ability of screening by bigs and
spacing. That's why Davis and Adebayo are such keys off the bench. There it is. This time he knocks down both. Sudanese get back quickly and continue to hassle James, who's had turnover issues in this first half. Oh, trying to rotation for the U.S. Curry the fake, and he draws that foul. Jackson McCoy. The U.S. is still a little bit in that feeling out process.
Checking, sidestep, gets him to the free throw line.
Is that the lanes? Such a cog for this South Sudanese team.
Look at the open middle, so you've got to stay at home on a show tough shot.
Wow,
It was trying to step it up a little bit.
Booker on defense, running with Holiday. And Drew puts it home.
Morty helps the USA. Instrumental, really, in getting the lead.
And trying to get into the paint. He does against Davis.
That's what they do. Kick out.
And Shayok.
And get a look.
Booker and Curry with Edwards and Davis. And James trying to stick with Jones. And Carly Jones is with 9 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
They've done a nice job when he was on the bench as well.
Again, some of the depth and Ivy and company. A minute left in the second. It's Thor separating from Davis.
How about that?
To be a fly on the wall for Steve Kerr's thoughts at halftime. Tough drive and a foul drawn.
The movement.
Fortunately, well, they've played for at least a half thus far, leading by 16. Tiger. Edwards, James, LeBron, aggressive. Against James, final seconds, fires it up, will not go, but still a shocker at the Oats. A showcase game to try to get back.
Tatum has not gotten into the flow recently.
This year, during the summertime, it was the younger group. It was mostly winners on this U.S. team. Edwards was an alpha on that feed. Here is Edwards. Takes the jumper, will not go. The tap back by Adebayo into the hands of Davis, and he got it. Good defense by Wenyen. Tatum on Omat. Drive at one. And for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with it, no defensive 3-second. It's
White gets one on the pin down.
Going to Colorado. Good defense by Tatum.
Yeah, good hands.
Shayok, though, has been hot. Turnaround jumper, tough shot. Davis battling. Davis's effort draws a foul eventually. That got South Sudan to the World Cup and then played very well during the World Cup. Omat Nooney, as he's known. Davis hits a lineup just about as often as he could be for the Lakers. Played a high number of games. Inside off the inbound, it's good for Quoll for the G League MVP. White to a wide open Edwards. Beaumont missed it that time, and finally the U.S. hits a three.
That corner jack three.
Into Davis against Gabriel. The shifty maneuvering in the deuce. Going with the bench unit to start the second half. Nice big to big, and they take advantage of another mismatch with the.
They showed signs offensively on a consistent basis during this tournament. I think their coverage has improved as automatic switching.
Well, that's the other thing with this lineup, a little bit more defensive versatility. Maluaj for Tatum for Davis. Would not go, got his own miss and draws the foul. Or with that same gait, he probably ends up with the closeout, but with knocking down a triple.
You know what? I didn't see that in watching the games that they played.
Tatum lost it on the crossover attempt. Another U.S. turnover, and leads to a Shea triple for the deuce, and somehow got his own miss against James. Shea looking for another triple. It's 20 points today.
Look how they're jamming it up, letting it force it a deep shot.
And Devin Booker trying to get going, running into two defenders.
Nice call. Holiday alert.
JT Thor, excellent work off. Thor's dropped the hits. And right back up to an 11-point South Sudanese James with Majuk Deng guarding. Curry moving away from the ball to get the three.
He circled the floor, step
chance. Here is Booker. Into the teeth of Thor, left it short, and last touch. Jackson Poy working against Holiday, who knocked it free and saved it to James. What a play by Drew Holiday. James with the jam.
Flex reminded me of you at the pregame meal.
I was very flip back to James. Got in the air, found Holiday behind the back, fires the jumper and connects. Check three. The U.S. on its longest run of the game. They've scored the last 8. Looking for more. It's Booker. He ties the game at 7-15 at the 3:46 mark of the opening quarter. Shea got his hands on it. Curry runs it down. A very deep at the range. It's LeBron. Up to Embiid. Got it back and scored it to beat the buzzer. And the United States after spurt to close the frame.
That's more of their personality. They got a little rhythm. Showed big, recovered.
And a switch on multiple players. Now he goes right down against the smaller Jones.
Good read.
Carly Jones, who has 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 9 points. Jock, a triple try. His second of the night. As much as we praised South Sudan in the first half, Carly Jones should be a name all of you remember. Embiid knocks it down.
Nice to stay at home.
Embiid against the guard. Jones tries to work off the dribble. Put back is into Wenyan will double for Carly Jones in South Sudan.
He may get his spot in the league the way he's playing.
It is Gabriel for 3. Most experienced NBA player for South Sudan. And his former teammate with the Lakers, LeBron James. James taking on the challenge.
Period. I gave him a lesson.
And looking for it here. There it is. A trip. His agent. I'm showing everybody this tape.
Rightfully so, though. He has been
3 minutes of this game. They were a 43.5, and regardless of the result. It's Peter Jock knocking down his 3rd field goal. It is Jones bodying his way to the rim against Anthony. Rebound to Shea, who's had a nice shooting night, but it's cooled off. On the watch. Unable to watch. Jones against Tatum. In traffic, has it to foul for South Sudan. Off the inbound, it's Tatum from his Celtic teammate Derek White. Lee.
Bam's really handled the ball well. Nice cut. Unselfish.
Embiid, all have recovered nicely, along with the rest of the U.S. team for an
talent base worldwide.
Sudanese basketball, there they are. Royale's been the head coach for the last 3 years. Shayok in transition, his 6th triple of the game. And this game's now...
Snake and a peek.
JT Thor, a big 3, won't go. Shayok the offensive rebound. He'll float it up and knock it down. It's a 2-point. Loose ball to Thor. 2 to tie, 3 for the lead. Who wants to be a hero? It's Thor for the lead. With the shot clock off down the stretch with 20 seconds to go.
Pick to the wing. Now, these guys have been through it. Cole all over Steph. LeBron drives for the lead. He puts it in. Again, if you don't contain the dribble,
all country cares. They would shock the world with Malik Jones on the drive for the lead. The big throw by Gabriel. A second attempt. No. Davis comes out with it. And
chào mừng tất cả các bạn đã đến với kênh MLB Unforgettable Moment. Thì hôm nay mình sẽ đi vào bên trong, mình sẽ xem các bạn chuẩn bị cho cái chương trình bế mạc lễ hội bánh dân gian, là các bạn sẽ trình diễn thời trang, những cái bộ trang phục như là những bộ đồ bánh hoa hậu, hoa khôi gì kìa. Sau lưng kìa, hoa khôi Cần Thơ. Hoa khôi đi xe biển xanh không ha. Giờ mình sẽ đi vô trong. Trời đất ơi, các bạn tươi xanh. Hoa khôi hoa hậu thì đi vô không có ai lại chụp hình, xin chụp hình. Ok, đây là một loại bánh thì tất cả các bạn này đang chuẩn bị nó sẽ trình diễn ha. Bánh gì bánh kia, hoa khôi hoa hậu gì không biết nữa. Xin chụp hình, các bạn xin chụp hình. Mình cũng qua mình xin chụp hình chứ. Chụp hình cho biết là chụp với hoa khôi hoa hậu. Đây, các bạn thấy hoa hậu các bạn sẽ lại hoa khôi thôi chứ không phải hoa hậu nữa. Hoa khôi là của Cần Thơ đó, nhưng mà không biết là hoa khôi gì nữa, mình không rành. Các bạn đó toàn là đi xe hoa hậu với á hậu thôi. Trời, bạn có nói mới biết luôn. Chứ không nói mình cũng không biết nữa. Ok thì bạn sẽ đi dài dài bên đó nữa nha. Bế mạc cho nên sẽ là có rất là nhiều bạn sẽ chuẩn bị nhiều tiết mục để trình diễn về các loại bánh dân gian nè. Thì theo mình nữa thì biết thông tin thì sẽ có một số tiết mục để trình diễn bánh dân gian, hoặc là những cái tiết mục múa hát về